wanted to take y'all through what exactly goes on, what the results look like after an application of a product like mefenoxam. So in this particular instance, I'm dealing with a yard that had really bad Pythium in late July. 6 days previous, I had applied azoxystrobin and propiconazole, and the disease absolutely exploded. I had done 16 ounces to the acre of each, which would be, per the label terms, a low rate of both products, but since they had the synergistic effect for brown patch purposes, it was enough to control and prevent further brown patch from developing. That being said, 6 days later, I was sent a text with these pictures. I'll insert them now. In those pictures, you can really see an incredible amount of development and destruction caused by the Pythium in a rapid pace. In 6 days, when you have disease development that takes place like that, chances are that is going to be Pythium. It tended to follow the drain lines of the water and downspouts, and interestingly, typically where you'll see Pythium is going to be where the water settles. However, this just tended to follow the line of the water drainage itself. So interesting in that fact. Then when I went back out, I ran a rate of RGS at 1 gallon to the acre. I ran mefenoxam, also known as Subdue Max. That was applied at max label rate, and also Heritage was applied at half label rate. So that would, in the azoxystrobin 2SC product I use, I applied it at 16 ounces to the acre. Also, counterintuitive to what you may hear, I also applied a fertilizer. I applied about a ½ pound of actual nitrogen to that yard. And the reason being is to help the plants recover from the amount of damage that took place. Lucky for me, I got a little break with the weather. It got cool in August, and you can see the amount of recovery that took place. And I'll go ahead and throw up that video now. Right? It wasn't 100% recovery, but it was a fair amount of recovery, enough to really mitigate the amount of damage that could have taken place if I did not treat it. So in the future, moving forward, if I ever run into a Pythium issue, a Pythium outbreak, this will be the product I use because of such success like this. You just can't shake a stick at it. It is really that phenomenal of a curative product. Before, in the past, we were limited to products like Terrazol, but now that Subdue is affordable in the generic form, mefenoxam, this is another tool to put in our arsenal. Granted, yes, could I have used some products like a phosphite? yes, I probably could. And moving forward, that will be something that I do, especially on this yard down that has a history of Pythium. However, in a pinch where I had to worry about getting a curative response, I will continue to use mefenoxam because of that ability right there. So anyway, wanted to update you, give you a little result action on what it looks like treating Pythium with Subdue Max.